What is going on, Future Focus family? My name is George. We talk about investing on this channel here. And today we're going to talk about everything that's been happening financially and economically in 2025 and what we can look forward to in 2026. But before we get into all that, let's roll this intro. All right. So it's been very uneventful 2025 for most assets around. We did have three Fed rate cuts this year, but they were less than we anticipated. And along with that, we also did not see mortgage rates decrease. So there was a lot of confusion with why the Fed is decreasing rates and nobody is, the banks are not lowering these mortgage interest rates. So there was some confusion there. Bitcoin really underperformed this year. However, if you look at it in a bigger scope, like the last 5 years, there's obviously a big divergence between Bitcoin and the S&P 500. The last 3 months, we're going to take a look at it, but it kind of is a different story than what the rest of the year has been. This year in the stock market, a lot of things went up. Some of the fan favorites on this channel that we've been talking about since like 2018, like Palantir, that went sky high. In 2020, we talked about MP Materials. That's something I've been investing in for a while, and that went up. And one of the big surprises, my boy Matthew McKenzie would be super happy. Silver and gold both outperformed this year. Silver even doubled. So it 2x. But you know what? Let's get into some of the stuff that's going on in the markets, and let's just look at what the market's doing right now. So we'll start right here in marketwatch.com. And as at today, if we look at the 1 day, we see the Dow, S&P, and the Nasdaq are all down. Nothing major. They're just down for the year. So that Santa Claus rally did not happen. If we look at the 1 month chart, you could see, a little bit of a dip here. Some of the selling for tax purposes is occurring around this time. That's usually what happens. But gold and oil are both down as well. And the VIX is up, but it's not up in a place where I'm like definitely a buyer. If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that anytime the VIX is above 30, I'm like heavily buying. Anytime it's under like 15, 20, I'm looking to let go of some of the stuff in my positions. But that's one of the things I want to do better at in the 2026. I want to get better at rebalancing my portfolio. But as we get into it here, let's look at the crypto market. Bitcoin is down. We have Ethereum is up slightly. XRP is down, but it's we're buyers at the 180 level, so it's still slightly above where I want to be buying. Although Cardano, I'll be buying some of that today because that's an appealing price, 33 cents. Because I am a believer that 2026 is going to be a big year for the crypto markets. Let's look at some of the stock market. So in the S&P 500, some of the top movers here on the right are Nike. We have Molina Health, Clorox. On the right, we have Universal Health, Moderna. Those are some of the ones that are down. Let's look at the NASDAQ. We have Anthem. Inolam Pharmacy. Netflix is up slightly, not too much. And on the right-hand side, you have Micron, AppLovin, Seagate Technologies. If you go into the Dow, which is more of the industrials, again, you see Nike, Verizon, Johnson & Johnson are up. NVIDIA is slightly up. And on the right-hand side, we have Walt Disney, which is one of the ones that I'm definitely buying this year. This month, I've been a buyer anywhere under 100. Around that price is where I am looking to buy Disney. Some of the most active stocks in the market right now. NEO is down. It was up yesterday heavily, so it does not surprise me to see NEO down right now. And then we have NVIDIA again, slightly up. It's one of the more active ones. People are jumping in. It's a $1 trillion market cap, so it takes a lot to move NVIDIA. So when it's one of the most active ones, you got to go and see why is that. I did not buy any Nvidia today. I did buy some Netflix this morning, but yeah. So this is what's going on with Nvidia. We have the 52-week low is 86, and then the 52-week high is 212, and currently it's 187. So it's off its highs. So if you believe in this long term, then obviously you should be a buyer. However, looking at that market cap of 4.58 trillion, you got to ask yourself, like, is like too much being baked in? Like, do you want to buy this company at almost $5 trillion? That's pretty crazy. So I want to know what you guys are actually doing and what your guys' perspective has been on the market this year. And, just let me know what you guys are doing in the year coming up. I plan to make more content this year. And, I hope you guys have a blessed 2026. And with all that said,